Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlene for those of you who are new, and to my loyal subscribers, welcome back for another video. Today I'm bringing you a perfume review, perfume comparison video, and I'm talking about La Nuit Tresor, the original, and La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. Majority of the fragrances from the house of Lancome I really truly enjoy, and I have quite a few in my collection at this point. If you guys have seen any of my videos where I talk about Versace Dylan Blue, you guys know that I switched that perfume out with my mom. She got my original La Nuit Tresor and I got the Dylan Blue. So I've kind of just been wanting it back in my collection, and I finally did. So of course I got it back in my collection. This is the original La Nuit Tresor. The bottle, the packaging, everything is pretty much the same, but you can tell that the juice is much lighter in this one. This is the original. We have a darker, deeper, richer juice in this one, and the packaging is of course darker as well. So these are my two babies from the La Nuit Tresor line that I have and own, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the two, walk you through them, and kind of just let you know what vibe I get from each fragrance. Now, I am wearing both fragrances. I have La Nuit Tresor on my left, your right, and I have La Nuit Tresor à la Folie on my right, your left. I've been sniffing myself all day, trying to figure out which fragrance I prefer, because sometimes I like to kind of choose one. I'm happy when I don't have to choose, but I'm trying to figure out which one I gravitate to the most. So I'm gonna go into the details of the fragrances and walk you through them. So if you wanna see what I think about these two fragrances, please keep watching. So for purposes of this video, I have kind of restricted my findings, my notes, just to the brand website, which is Lancome official, lancome.com. And I will tell you guys how I'm feeling about each fragrance and what the major differences are, if there are any. So let's just go into the original. La Nuit Tresor is described as a woody oriental fragrance. This one is very fruity in the opening, and I would say that the raspberry note, according to Lancome, kind of like stands out a lot. It's so pretty, y'all. You also have other notes in there that I really like. You have frankincense, which gives it that not really smoky, I wouldn't say it's smoky, but it gives it that sharpness. You have vanilla, and then you have rose as well. So there are similarities in the fragrances, especially when it comes to the vanilla and the rose, but there are also major differences as well. Some people don't like the packaging. I personally love it. I think it's very elegant. And the spray on them, they are, yes, the opening is sharp with that fruit note. It's a sharp, sweet note, if that makes sense, at least to my nose. But I definitely get sweet. I definitely get a little bit of edge. Very much like à la Folie, we also have patchouli. Yeah, so I would say that this one is sweet, vibrant in the opening, like a burst of sweetness, but still a little bit of edge and sharpness from this one. We have the one I've had in my collection, I guess at this point the longest. I've used quite a bit in this one. You can see it. You can tell that I've used it. So this one is described as a fiery rose. But in my opinion, when I spray this on, I feel like it is very vanilla heavy. It's very vanilla heavy, sweet as well, and a little syrupy, while the other one is kind of like vibrant in my opinion. So the vanilla in this one is very rich and very creamy, just like the description that you find on the website. That is very accurate. And to me, I don't feel like the woody notes in this one really peek through. I feel like more of the vanilla is the note that is the most dominant, the most prominent in this one. I would say that while there are similarities between the two fragrances, they are different in their own right. You might have some of the DNA from this one here, but this one takes it on a completely different spectrum, because I would describe this as warm, cozy, a more intimate scent, while I would go over here and say that this is more sophisticated, elegant. I would see myself with this, like whenever I look at the packaging, first of all, it just like gives me little black dress at a company dinner. You're just really elegant and sophisticated and feminine. Honestly, I wear my fragrances anytime, but this is how I would describe La Nuit Tresor. On the other hand, a la Folie brings you a more sensuous, more intoxicating feel. It definitely gives warm, cozy, more intimate. So while you dress over here with your heels and your black dress, this one is definitely date night with bae. As far as longevity, like I used to own this, so I know how it performs. Both fragrances perform very well on the skin. The lasting power would be comparable, but I feel like, I don't know if it's because I just like how intense the vanilla bourbon is on this one. It just kind of like blossoms on my skin and I detect it more. Like I mentioned in the beginning, this is described as a gourmand woody floriental fragrance. So you also have like some very edible notes like praline in this one as well. Now, other websites definitely highlight a ton of other notes in there. And I'm just like, I even saw somewhere where they mentioned strawberry in this one. And according to Lancome, there is raspberry. So you do get a little bit of conflicting information. I feel like this one develops on your skin almost over time. Like in the beginning, I get that burst of raspberry, the fruity notes. Then it's not like, to me, like super gourmand, I wouldn't say, because I have smelled other fragrances like Maison Lancome's Oud Bouquet. The praline in that one really shines through. I would say that praline would lean more gourmand to me than this one. However, there is praline in this one, which I honestly don't detect. When I receive compliments on this, people have also noted that it is like slightly powdery, and I will agree in the dry down that sometimes it does feel that way. I think both fragrances are beautiful separately and definitely related a little bit, but they definitely have their own thing going on, in my opinion. Which one do I prefer? You guys probably already can tell that I'm leaning more over here in the sexy, cozy, intimate side. And but I do like this one. I like the edginess, the sharpness of it. And I do like the fruity notes in this one. I luckily don't have to choose. If you guys do have to choose though, if you just only had one choice, which one would it be? Would you go for the fruity, sweet, sharper scent? Would you go for the more heavy vanilla, creamy and sweet, almost syrupy one? Because that one does give me a syrupy vibe. If I absolutely had to choose, La Nuit Tresor à la Folie would be my girl. So luckily, I don't have to choose. So that's basically my take on the two fragrances. Very similar in many ways. Some of the notes in them are very similar. The design is identical, minus the little bows, because the bow in here is like that and the bow in here is like this. So yeah, there are many similarities, but also very obvious differences. The fruity notes in this one definitely shine through, and the warm, cozy vanilla scent in this one definitely shine through. So if you have a choice, if you really had to choose one. So that wraps up my overview on these two fragrances. I'm so happy to have both of them in my collection, and I look forward to using them even in the warmer months. If you really had to classify these two, I would say that this one is definitely more year-round, I would dare say, and I would say that this one is more for the cooler weather type of fragrance. But y'all know me, I wear it when I feel like it. There are no rules to fragrances. All depends on my mood and how I am feeling. So if I feel like it, I wear it, basically. Thank you for watching my video. As always, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check the description box. I put links to the fragrances, links to support my channel if you wish to do so. And if you have not done so already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.